Hello, world! Sorry about disappearing from, the internet for a while. That was kind of weird, actually. I don't know what it was that kept me so busy, actually. I kind of forgot. That's crazy. Well, I'm back. I'm Eire with Saturn's Edge, and you're watching more Persona 3 Reload, again! Wow. I really don't know what kept me this long. I still have stuff that's like, you know, in my stash, in my collective pool of, I don't know, videos? Is that the... I don't know. Point is, I still have some stuff left over, and this is like the first of like that part of the bunch, which I promised I'd upload all around the same time, and yet I messed that one up. Sorry about that. I was getting some pretty good traction, I guess. I gotta keep regularly uploading. Man, I really need to enunciate more. That's something I could work on in my free time. I gotta say, I really enjoyed it. Like, you know, I enjoy making these videos, but at the same time, I just kind of dip out for a minute, and I don't know why. I should really be more consistent. I should really be keeping everyone in the loop on these things, but hey, I'm not perfect at it. I'm still learning. I gotta say, I've been a fan. This... oh, man, what is there to talk about? Like, I just kind of left and nothing happened, you know? Nothing showed up, you know? Man, what is there to talk about? Do I talk about, like, recent news? Do I talk about, like... that's so tough. Man. They really don't make it easy on me, do they? It's been fun reading the comments, though, that I get left. It's really nice. Man. Yeah, what is there to talk about?
That just means I'll always have a sparring partner.
Huh.
Shadow up ahead.
That's kind of the problem I'm finding now. I don't know what to actually talk about. Like, I feel like talking about real-world events is something every YouTuber does. Like, you know, I talked about, like, you know, Concord and Dustborn in the last video just a little bit or whatever. I gave my stupid little take on that. Everyone's done that. Like, I need to do something fresh. I need to stop talking about, like, recent news and talk about something, like, I don't know, real, something relevant, something that, like, not everyone has a take on. I don't know. Like, you know, I don't know. Everyone's had a take on something. You know what? The hot take here, I guess. I'm struggling to come up with anything. I'm so sorry. It's clearly been a while since I've last done this, and I really need to get back into the loop. So, we're gonna try that.
Teleporter takes us to the entrance.
Let's see. Yeah, no, I'll talk about some things, I guess. One thing that, one thing I guess I could talk about. Does anyone have any, like, anime recommendations? Like, any at all, okay? I watch anime. I watch a decent amount of it, but I want, like, some anime recommendations for later at, like, any point in time, and I want to genuinely, like, watch and review them, like, on my own time. Who knows? I might make a video about it. I might do a little bit of work for it. But, for the most part, I want something more in my, free time. I've got my watch list on Crunchyroll, but that's about it.
Hey, there's a treasure chest.
I don't know, I just like to hear some recommendations, you know? Because, you know, to me, at this stage, at this early stage, right, where I'm able to interact with people that watch these videos, especially early on such, like, a close level, I can actually, like, take some time and, like, talk to them in kind of a way. I can ask them about recommendations. I ask them, like, smaller personal questions. I mentioned last time that, like, Markiplier had, like, kind of a take where he realized that, like, whenever you grow so big as, like, a YouTuber or a streamer or any of that, you can't interact with everyone at the same level anymore, which was, like, going down and, like, talking to them, like, on such a casual, like, friendly level. Now, because there's so many people, you can't get to everyone, you know, and that's a problem. So, I want to take my time with the early stages here, you know. I'm not saying I'll ever be like Markiplier or something, but more so on the fact that, like, I want to take my time on these things and actually interact with the people around me or the people that watch me.
Crushing victory.
That's kind of why I want, like, anime or manga recommendations. It's why I want game recommendations, especially for the future of this channel. Like, stuff I should just play either as a one-off thing, or a potential series. I'd love to do something like that. I really would. I think it'd be pretty interesting, especially starting out, you know?
There's a shadow.
If I sound weird when I'm talking during this video, or potentially the next one, I had some dental work done, like, you know, the day that I'm recording the audio for this. So, my face isn't numb right now, I'm past that stage, but it's more like I'm getting used to the feeling in my mouth, and, like, my jaw was open, like, a ton, so it's kind of sore, and, like, I have to work around different things. I think I sound decent, though. I hope that this doesn't come out terribly in the full release of this video, and if it does, I mean, let me know, because that would suck. Then I have a reminder, do not do any audio work on dental days. Man, that would be, something.
Perfect. Just what we hoped.
But yeah, I'm down to take any recommendation for anything. A game, an anime, a manga, a TV show, just anything. Even though I don't have access to like 90% of streaming services, I would still love to get recommendations for things. And especially, you know, putting it into a list and like compiling these things, that way I can actually like go through them and experience them. I want to experience what everyone else has like really seen and worked with and all that stuff. It makes it feel more on like a personal level, but also to me it's like I get to experience a little bit more of like this sort of like culture, you know? Like what it means to be a fan of something or to like start out and move into something. That way I can like join in and see what it's all about. And I want like good segues into it, good people to transfer me into it by just recommending it to me, leaving any notes whatsoever that they have, and just let me know. I would really love that. We just got a new persona, and this is... hold on a second here. I don't even know if I could pronounce his name. Man, that would... damn it, I can't pronounce... I cannot pronounce that. I'm gonna Google this, hold on. How do you pronounce this?
Perfect.
Oh yeah, I don't know how to pronounce this. That is amazing. Yep, I don't know how to pronounce this. I am so sorry. So, we're gonna avoid the name entirely when talking about it, I guess. You know what? No, I'll give it my best shot, and I hope it's not terrible. Zukuten. No, that's a CH, which would, that's not like a chew. That's a ko. That's gotta be a ko. Zokoten. Maybe. That could be it. Anyway, a part of Buddhist, Chinese, and Japanese mythology. That's a good, little collection right there. Also known by the Sanskrit, name Varudaka. Okay. Or no. Virudaka. There we go. Is the guardian deity that guards the south of Buddha's realm. His name means lengthening good deeds among mortals. He has green skin and leads the troop of Kambandas and Pretas. His statues usually carry either a sword or a polearm. That's a neat little thing. Oh, and in his artwork he also carries a polearm of some sort. That's really cool. Okay. So I don't know a lot about this, but I'll definitely look it up later. That way I don't butcher the name further if I ever have to talk about him again. I feel terrible for that, man. This is a rough start, especially for coming back to making videos again.
It's unfortunate.
I thought episode 8 was rough. This might just be as rough. Well, then again, was it episode 8? I don't know. I've lost track of time. Yeah, what is there to talk about, man?
I won't disappoint you.
Yeah, I could talk about that. I'm actually not going to be available or posting, probably at all next week. You know, the week of, as I'm recording this, the weekend starting like the 13th or the 14th, leading into like the full week until the Friday the 20th of September. That whole week, I am going to be on a little bit of a journey. I am going on vacation just for a little bit, and I probably could have chosen to come back way before or way after the vacation, because it feels bad to disappear so suddenly. But one good thing to note is that I'm trying to knock out as many videos as possible. That way I can keep technically schedule uploading throughout parts of that week. I want to keep people entertained, and I want to make sure that I'm actually posting something a little bit every once in a while. So what I'm doing is I'm knocking out this batch of episodes today, which would be this current episode, 27, the next one, 28, and the 500 view special and 20 subscriber special that I feel is important to drop. I'll be dropping all three of those, and recording all of those in one night, so you know that I'm going to be worn out by the end of this. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be setting up a little bit of a... Man. I'm going to be making a bit more videos, like I'm going to record some gameplay footage of various games, and I'm going to call this The Week I'm Gone, okay? The Week I'm Gone is specifically just an idea that I have here, where I post something new, like, pretty much every day of the week, I hope. I hope that's how it turns out. That means you're getting a little bit of gameplay of any different game I can pick up and play for about 30 minutes, I'd say. I'd give a brief, a good brief commentary on it, talk about why I like it, how I got into it, you know, a little bit of a history lesson there. And also talk about, like, just some general things that pop up as I'm recording these things. I want to make The Week I'm Gone, so Friday the 13th, that's actually a pretty coincidental day, huh? Friday the 13th of September to Friday the 20th of September, this will be The Week I'm Gone. And I'm going to make it stand out so much. I'm going to try to make it stand out. I'm going to try to make it really important. I want to make it like a little special event that you can get into, that you could just jump right into basically anywhere, and especially at the beginning, and really get to enjoy it. You get to enjoy just random things that aren't committing to Persona for just a minute. I would love to do something like that. And I think one other great thing I could do, I hope I can pull this off, maybe tonight, maybe another night, I'm going to be recording some gameplay with friends to also put up during that week. That way, no problems can occur. Well, not put up during the week, but put up beforehand before the week begins. You get the point. It happens. It's a thing. Oh, I'm actually about to sneeze, I think. Nope. It's really on the edge here. You ever hate that whenever you try to sneeze? Or you're gonna sneeze and it just doesn't come out ever, it just doesn't exist, it just goes away. It's like the most, like, awkward experience ever. Because you're convinced that you're gonna sneeze, but then you just don't. Anyway. Oh, I think I'm good now. Unless I really want to sneeze here. Yeah, I definitely want to sneeze. Please let me have this. Oh. Man. Whew. Yeah, I don't think I sneezed. Or I will. Now, The Week I'm Gone is going to be a special event here, and I want to make it count. I will be reading comments on videos and checking things out throughout the week, and I'll be interacting in the comment section too, just while I have some free time, you know? I'll be actually commenting on stuff. That's right. I'll show up, I'll post a little comment or two, you know. I just want to make, well, the week I'm gone. I want it to make I want to make it a special little event. Specifically for people who have stuck around and really gotten to enjoy this sort of content, this sort of commentary over gameplay, this old style.
You better watch it.
I want them to really see that, like, I still want to do this. I'm not the most committed person in the world, but, you know, if it's something like this, I want to make it count. That's a big deal. It's a big deal to me, anyway, you know?
We're just getting started.
With, what is it? During that week, and, you know, you see all that different gameplay, feel free to tell me, like, what you like and what you don't like. Like, if you like this sort of game, if you don't like this sort of game, if you think my commentary wasn't great in this one, but better in this one, if you think that there was something that happened at any point in any differences between any of those videos, any differences, any quality changes, if you think something sucked, or if something, like, is not to your taste, or if something is, like, actually good and you want to see more of it, or you think it's just, like, really nice to see, just talk away, I don't mind, you know? I want to try and take as much feedback as I can, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
This I can fight even better.
I just want to make it really count, you know? I've said it a lot. I want to make it worthwhile, I want to make it count. I want to stand out.
Hello.
And with the little series, I don't know if I'm going to put it into its own playlist or not. I feel like if it had its own playlist, right? It'd be such a nice thing to just put in there. A little nice playlist. Or, better yet, I just give the episodes the title of that and stick it in a pre-existing playlist. That way you don't have to, like, you know, go to this specific thing to see all the videos in one go. Either way, I just came up with this idea on the fly because I wanna do something and I want to care as much as I can, you know? As much as I'm able to about this sort of thing.
Maybe I've gotten used to this.
I genuinely like posting on here. I like making videos, editing them together. Well, for the most part, I don't really have to edit, but, you know. I like making content. I like that. I like putting something out there for people to see. I like the idea that, like, I'm getting noticed. At least that, you know? And if there's a period of time like that, you know, that whole week where I'm just gone, that's a whole week that, well, in a way, from your perspective, it looks like a week that I wasted, you know? I don't want to waste a week. I already did that multiple times. I don't want to ever feel like that. I want to keep going! I want to make more! Now, granted, probably for this time frame, I don't think you're going to see a speed paint. You know, I just don't think that's possible. But gameplay's where it's at. That's what the week I'll be gone looks like. The week I'm gone. Twig. Yeah, I'll call it the Twig Week. Twig Week! Nah, I'll call that the Twig series. Anytime that, like, I potentially disappear like that, you know, whether it be for illness, or an important event, or, you know, like, for example, the case of a vacation, right? You know, maybe it's a little something to add to the Twig series, the week I'm gone, you know? It's a way for me to prep so much stuff, and it really allows me to experiment in a way. Experiment with just different things. I'll take a shot at it, you know? I can't guarantee it'll succeed because, for the most part, I've just been a Persona channel. For the most part, I've just been doing whatever I feel like, kinda. And what I felt like for a while is Persona. But with the week I'm gone, I'll have a chance to experiment and to show off, like, who I am behind this whole, like, Persona thing, you know? I love this game, don't get me wrong. But if this channel just gets viewed as a Persona channel right from the start of someone watching it, then I don't think it'll have been worth it. I'm a mixed bag. I do whatever I feel like. I want to finish this playthrough, and the DLC already came out, so I'm extremely late to the party. But hey, I want to experiment. I want to show off more games. I want to show off the kind of stuff I get into, that I got into before I did any of this, before Persona 3 Reload ever even came out. I want to show off, like, the grand scale of, like, everything I've ever done, you know? I'll just show off just what I feel like feels like me. And I want people to really see that, rather than just more Persona content. And when I'm back, I mean, it'd be back to Persona. Wouldn't you like a break from that too? I mean, I know I've had that break already for like a week, you know, after the, well, what I would call the first quarter of the game. But maybe we need a different kind of break. One that isn't time-based, but rather content-based. I don't know exactly what, you know, I don't know exactly what my viewers want. I don't know exactly what they want. But I know what I want, and I want a chance to really experiment and show off, like, this level of dedication and determination. Specifically, I just want to show off who I am. That's it. I've got a whole list of games, a whole library of games just waiting for me to play them. And I'm ready to show them all off, you know? Steam's got a lot of them. I've got my Nintendo consoles. I literally have a capture card. I could do whatever I want. This is me experiencing a power trip. Congrats. Man. But I'm kidding, though.
Hey there.
I feel like it's best that I show off a bit more of, like, the stuff that I like playing as well. Persona's enjoyable, but I do want a little bit of a content break from this, and that's why it's kind of been wearing thin on me in a couple ways. This game's long, it takes dedication, but occasionally I need a little breath of fresh air. That's why I play, you know, games with my friends. I play, like, Lethal Company or Payday 2 or Content Warning or, you know, sometimes we plan out a D&D session, like an actual, like, real one that we do right on Discord. It's nice to have, like, change to just kind of go away from this. It's why I did Carpocalypse, really. It's why I put that out there at such a weird time. Like, Carpocalypse 2 was such a weird choice as a game. But it was one I wanted to play for this channel because of my dad. And it felt, in a way, like I was able to be myself. In a weird way, you know? I'm able to be myself when it comes to Persona. But by changing like that, by showing off just something random and really just, like, being normal, I guess, instead of focused on Persona-based content, it really allowed me to just open up more, you know? As a, like a solo Let's Player, you know? With my friends, you could see that, like, you know, I've got a lot going for me. I've got personality, I've got this life and whatnot, but when it comes to single-player games, it feels like I only talk about the one thing, and I get that's the point, but I feel like it could get grating for you. We just got a new Persona. Wow, wait, great way to segue into that. Jeez. Oh, I'm really gonna have to beat myself for that one. Like, just absolutely, like, pummel myself into the dirt. Jeez. Anyway, we got a new one. Neko Shogun. Neko Shogun is the divine general in the image of a cat. Originally, he was a Chinese general who conquered Vietnam. I cannot pronounce his name. Mao Chengshu? I think that's right. I don't know. I'm not really big on Chinese pronunciations. It's kind of a problem. Not kind of a problem. I'm just bad at them, I should say. The people decided to dedicate a temple to him and worship him as a god. However, due to the surname Mao, sounding very similar to the Chinese word for cat, the temple was accidentally misnamed. Thus, the Temple of General Mao became known as the Temple of General Cat. That's kind of a funny story. I do like that. Nice little Chinese mythology there. It's actually really cute, actually. It's like such a cute, like, chill story. I mean, other than the conquering part, but other than that, I mean, it's like, that's kind of cute. You'll admit, you know, just, hey, we accidentally named it wrong, so now it's just the Temple of General Cat. That's pretty cute. I like that. And I like the fact that, like, they really stuck to, like, this small cat design and, like, General's out, like, clothing. That's pretty cool. Like, the General's armor, I mean. This thing was whooping my ass. I just realized this thing was kicking my ass when I was playing this. Oh, man. But yeah. The week I'm gone is just going to be experimental, you know. They probably aren't going to be permanent mainstays. They probably aren't going to be massive Let's Play series. I mean, hell, they're probably just games that, like, that don't need a Let's Play series, you know? They're just going to be as simple as that. They're just going to be games. Ooh. I know I've talked a lot about it.
Now then.
And I know I told you I made it up on the spot, and I did. But I think I'm confident in it. So what you can expect from, like, what, Friday the 13th to the 20th? Expect videos that I'm going to be proud of working with. Proud of experimenting with and really testing my limits. Not testing my limits as like an editor or someone who makes videos or something, but testing out the variety of games I can play, you know? Either I'm able to play, either I'm, like, I've wanted to play, just anything. A view of my, like, you know, of my past, like my childhood, games I played back then, games I've played with, like, friends and shit. I just want to show off a little piece of history and be experimental with my channel for just a moment. And avoid, well, not avoid, but temporarily put Persona on hold until I can get back. And when I can get back, damn, prepare for an explosion. From there, I mean, you're probably gonna see the next massive burst of Persona videos. But also, you're gonna see more of me just experimenting and messing around. You're gonna see more of me playing games with my friends, more... Weirdly enough, I'll probably get back to art, you know? With enough practice, I'll do it. I can get on it, I guess. But I'll get back to it. Especially for this channel. Oh, new mechanic time! What can you do, Fuka? Oh, Fuka's got a skill. What's the skill? Jamming. Oh, jamming turns us invisible, okay. That's pretty cool. Support skill that makes you undetectable to enemies. Cool. Well, I like that. Jamming is such a nice little thing.
That's one strong shadow. What's the plan?
I kind of forgot about this whenever I was, you know, not making anything. I forgot that jamming was, like, a mechanic. I don't think I'm gonna use jamming too often, but I don't know, it's on the table. It seems possible, I could do it.
Now. Good work, everyone.
Understood. In that case, let's move on.
Oh, man. I kind of took, like, a little silent break there, man. I'm just thinking. I'm confident in what I can do as myself. You know, I'm confident in that.
I have to do this.
I promise you. Like, you probably aren't gonna get something perfect, but you're gonna get something to make up for the time. I'll try my best. I'm not gonna be lazy about it. I mean, come on. It's my own show here. I've gotta run this thing.
Shall I move to strike?
I'm wondering, like, in the silent moment, what games I could play to really fill out that week. I've got a massive list, so it's gonna be so hard to choose, like, what's the one, you know? Not the one to fill the whole week, but what are, like, the top picks that I could pick for that week? I gotta figure it out.
You dodged it. Now's the time. Leader.
Man, making a list is gonna be tough. I gotta really, after I'm done recording all of these, I mean, I've really gotta dedicate my time to just, you know, hammering out these ideas and making, like, the proper list that can fill it out. This is gonna be tough. You know that? It is. And you know what? You've seen me get, like, emotional and, like, you know, what's the word? Not vulnerable, but open. There we go. You've seen me become open about my emotions multiple times. Well, like, a lot of times. And, you know, even if this is some task that's too big for me, I'm still taking on Persona as a series. Something that a first-timer should, like, never do. And yet I'm doing it anyway. Why? I'm stubborn and I know it will work. I know I can make it work. Oh, nice. I could talk about Naga in just a minute. But just like that, this might be a task too big for me, right? This whole, like, week I'm gone thing. It might be too big for me. But you know what? You've seen me be completely stubborn and still do things. You've seen me really push through and just keep doing things for no reason. I haven't given up on Persona, I haven't given up on a lot of things, and I'm not giving up on this idea. So yeah, this is one of the times where I'm gonna be completely open and say it. I will do this. I can do this. I think that's more fitting. Now we can talk about Naga. I'm pretty sure you all want to hear about Naga. Whoopee. I'm kidding. Man. Hindu and Buddhist mythology, man. I think Naga is kind of basic looking. I mean, it's a guy and a snake. But, you know, maybe there's a reason for that basic idea. Oh, there we go. The Naga are divine, semi-divine deities, or a semi-divine race of half-human, half-serpent beings that reside in the underworld, Patala, and can occasionally take human form. They are principally depicted in three forms: wholly human with snakes on their heads and necks, common serpents, or as half-human, half-snake beings. A female Naga is a Nagi, Nagin, or Nagini, and are said to be both beautiful and clever. Nagaraja are seen as the king of the Nagas. They are common and hold cultural significance in the mythological traditions of many South Asian and Southeast Asian cultures. They possess many of the world's finest jewels, which they use to illuminate the underground palaces in which they dwell. Because of their defensive power, statues of Nagas are often placed at the entrances of temples, or in some depictions they live in the bottom of lakes and seas and enjoy singing and dancing when they are not fighting. Yes, in Buddhism and Jainism? It has, no. Oh well. Yeah, they're half-snake, half-human hybrid that resides in tribes. They are said to be the enemies of Garuda, They are also said to be the followers of Komokuten, one of the 4 heavenly kings. In Hinduism, they are usually depicted as human from the waist up and snake from the waist down. I mean, damn, they really got this. They are regarded as gods of harvest, fertility, and reincarnation. Their venom can kill with one strike, and their bodies are immortal and can heal from any wound. What the hell? I didn't know that part. I mean, Jesus. They could really create, I like how mythology could just, like, for some reason, could create, like, some of the most imbalanced, like, you know, figures and characters in mythology, right? Like, imagine, like, creating Achilles as, like, a character in mythology, and you're just like, he's immortal in every way, but if he gets hit in the Achilles heel, I mean, he's dead, but nobody's ever gonna do that except that one time that they did. Like, that's, like, kind of the funny thing. It's like, there's some weird, like, power imbalance in a lot of mythology and a lot of, like, gods and goddesses and stuff, and we have another persona to talk about. Please kill me. Principality. From Abrahamic mythology. That's pretty neat, you know, back to Abrahamic. Principalities, also known as rulers or angels of the third sphere in Christian angelology or angelology. Could be the second one. With the duty to carry out the orders given to them by the dominions and bequeath blessings to the material world, the principalities preside over bands of angels and charge them with fulfilling the divine ministry. Their task is to oversee groups of people. They are usually controlled by the chief angel, Arabiel? Arabiel? Arabiel. I don't know. I'm sorry. There are some who administer and some who assist as beings related to the world of the germinal ideas. They are said to inspire living things to many things, such as art or science. That's neat. They are strong in performing miracles, in attracting the celestial gifts, and redistributing them after receiving them. In the Kabbalah, they inhabit the Sephira Natzik, and rule over love and beauty, with Haniel, or Haniel, I don't know, being their leader. In Asian regions, their title translates to Angel of Authority. Very interesting, actually. I never knew any of that. I mean, frankly, most of these I don't know anything about, but, like, really reading through it got me kind of interested. So, again, another thing I've got to Google later, like, a bit more in-depth. Isn't that wonderful? But yeah, you know what? In this video, I'm making the promise. The promise that I will do the thing I am supposed to do, which is make the week I'm gone. I'm really committed to this idea. You're gonna really, I mean, I've said everything. What more is there to say? I'm committed to making it. I've got to be committed to making it. If I'm not committed to making it, then it doesn't exist. So if you're committed to making something, if you really are determined enough to make something, just make it. Go do it. Go do the thing. Because if you don't do it, if you don't have that commitment for it, it's never gonna get made. Do it now. Oh, man. Occasionally, I'm a hypocrite. Other times, I try. I try to do things. That was descriptive. Clearly, you could tell what I'm saying. But, you know, I guess in the meantime, in the next video, I'm going to be fighting that strong enemy up ahead and talking a bit more about anything, really. All the recordings and audios are going to be on the same day, but, you know, you have something to look forward to. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all later, okay? Bye!